monkeys.
Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me, and I'm back. I am back with What If Deku Was an Assassin Part 3. And off the rip, I really do apologize for no upload the day before or yesterday. Well, as y'all know, my internet went out. I didn't come back on until like later that night, so I really didn't have enough time to make a What If. I was able to, if you watch my other channel, then I had enough time to upload that and make a texting story, but unfortunately I just didn't have time to make a What If, so I just couldn't get around to it. So I'm here, I'm back, and we're here with part 3 of What If Deku Was an Assassin. Off the rip, shout out to my boy Saint for the background music as always. Make sure to check out the link in description. I have merch as well. You can see it anywhere on my channel, probably below this video as well. And obviously all the links are going to be in the description, so if you want any of those links, check them out down below. And yeah, that's about it. We're just going to start where we left off, and I hope y'all remember, because it's time to go crazy. Let's get it. Izuku is then surrounded by Nomus, tons of them, 10s, 20s, all in the old LOV base. And well, the fight begins. The Nomus charge at him, and the overwhelming strength of all of them make it really hard for him to, well, dip and dodge out of trouble. He then hears a maniacal laughter over basically the speakers just continue laughing at him. All for One mocks him, saying that it doesn't matter how strong his quirk is, it's still going to fall in the hands of him, of All for One himself. It won't matter. His little creed will miss the chosen one of the assassins very soon, because, well, he'll be taking him over. He defeats a couple of the Nomus, but even Izuku himself, he may be strong, but he's not this strong. In a close quarters against this many Nomu, it's practically impossible, eventually leading him to getting caught by one of the Nomus and slammed into the ground. He tries to summon shadow assassins, but even those get blown away very easily with the close quarters. This isn't good. This isn't anything Izuku would have planned for, not this early on. He then continues fighting, but gets beaten and battered until, well, smoke dissipates below him, but the Nomus grab him and carry him off. All for One believes that Izuku has been defeated, and well, he's then taken back to where the true LOV base is, where All for One is waiting. When they arrive, Izuku can hear them talking. All for One's talking to Shigaraki about this huge development, that with this boy's quirk, they'll be able to take over everything. It would be so easy. The plans that they have ahead would be so easy. Shigaraki asks if he plans to change him into a Nomu, like Kurogiri, and All for One says exactly that he doesn't need his quirk personally, but if he can get him loyal to their side, the tides of this hero versus villain's war will change so quickly. Izuku then quote-unquote wakes up and sees that he's still being restrained by all the Nomu, and he can't move. So, now what? Welcome back, Izuku Midoriya. You know, nothing much, man. We're just gonna take your quirk, make you into a Nomu, and we'll use you as a slave. Izuku is shocked by this, but not surprised at the same time. These people are not good people. They're horrible. And, well, he would expect nothing less from criminals like them. But what they don't know is that Izuku got captured on purpose. Izuku had an escape plan, but during the fight, he decided to do something a little different. he slipped in his Shadow Nomu while they were fighting, and he's currently walking around with the others undetected. Izuku keeps talking to them, saying this or that, basically trying to feed into their ego to stall him some time, eventually leading to the Shadow Nomu capturing every one of the Nomu shadows, and well, Izuku now has control. The Nomus drop him, and Shigaraki and All For One command them to grab him once again, but a smile grows over Izuku's face. Yeah, you both really messed up. All the Nomus then charge at All For One and Shigaraki, and they both are able to fend them off pretty well, but one punch to Shigaraki's jaw and he goes flying at a wall, and he's practically out cold. All For One though, he's way stronger, being able to keep up, well, with relative ease with all the quirks he has. But it's no easy development for him. Now with Izuku loose, Izuku joins the fight as well, and he kicks All For One out of the building, sending him flying. All For One realized that being out in the open like this is not good. If any other heroes decide to step in with the help of Izuku, this could become troublesome. All For One tries to leave, but Izuku doesn't let him. He's back on the pressure with his tens of 20s of Nomus. He's back on All For One like glue, beating on him. But All For One is durable, and he's able to keep up. As more and more these shadow assassins begin to appear around Izuku, the fight begins to change. Izuku is blatantly winning, but he can't finish the job. He can't get a clean slice on All For One to kill him. He's struggling to do so. But what he didn't expect to happen then occurs. A man then crashes down from the sky and shouts to All For One, "No need to fear, because I am here." All Might has joined the battle. Izuku looks at All Might thinking that this will be a problem. Now he has to deal with both of them, but All Might looks at Izuku and nods as he does a Detroit smash at All For One himself. Izuku realizes what the predicament is, but knows that he won't be able to kill All For One here, especially with All Might here as well. The fight continues on, and well, All For One is defeated very easily, getting knocked out and just put out cold, eventually leading to the arrest of All For One. Izuku is about to leave, but multiple pro heroes surround him. "You better let me go. If you don't, I'm gonna have to take action." A lot of the pro heroes scoff at this, saying that he's outnumbered by a lot, but Izuku tells him to recount. Tons of Nomus surround the pro heroes that are threatening to capture him, including his shadow assassins. "You might want to let me go. I'm helping you guys. I don't care if it's not within these lines of jurisdiction for you guys. Doesn't matter to me. I'm an assassin, part of a creed. That's the only thing I care about. So you might as well let me go, or we're gonna start another war right here." All Might tells them to let the assassin go, in which they are confused by this, but they eventually listen to the Symbol of Peace, who just basically defeated All For One. Izuku hops on a building, and All Might tells him that he did a good job and thanks for the help. Izuku nods, and he disappears into smoke. Once again, the assassin, Izuku, goes back to the Creed and basically checks in on them, and they've been watching all his progress, saying that he's been doing great, and that they basically have a couple other assassins that are almost ready to basically go out on the field with him. But Izuku tells him that it's no problem, that it doesn't matter, that he'll have it all handled by the next week or so, ideally. They're all shocked by this, and they ask what he means by all handled. He tells them that like they most likely saw, he put away All For One. He just needs to capture a couple more, and that as long as Shigaraki, All For One, and all of them stay in prison or dead, everything will be fine. Izuku leaves, and then he begins going on his next mission. His next mission to find Overhaul. He enters Night Eye's agency, obviously secretively, the best he possibly can, to ask him questions. Mirio, who is a hero in training, a third year at UA High School, sees the assassin and begins to try to attack him, but Izuku quickly dodges out of the way. Please, enough of that. Mirio is shocked by this, acting like it doesn't make sense that this person, he's so skillful, but he didn't seem like he was even trying to threaten Mirio or himself. He wasn't even trying to fight. Night Eye walks in and sees Izuku and basically greets him in. Okay, this is all the information I have. Night Eye shows Izuku all of the information on Overhaul. He then takes all the information and then heads out. Mirio then stops him for a second and asks what is he doing and what does he think he's doing to basically help with the Overhaul investigation. And Izuku tells him that that's really none of his business, and that his only job for him is for the Creed, and that he is going to kill Overhaul if need be. Izuku disappears and takes all the information that he has to basically formulate a plan to go take down Overhaul, eventually leading to Izuku catching the scent of Overhaul. He's able to spot him using one of his eagles and eventually tracks him down. And when he is about to assassinate him, he stops. He sees a little girl. He's heard rumors about the little girl being captured by him, and maybe even that being his daughter, but this is not good. He can't assassinate someone right in front of his child, or even a kidnapped child. So he waits off and he tracks Overhaul all the way to their villain base, finding it and keeping note of where it is. Izuku sighs and feels that this could have been a lot easier. He should have maybe just killed him and then went on with his day. But that's not part of the code. He's not going to let this innocent child see the death of her could-be father right in front of her eyes. Torture or not, the child doesn't need to go through any more than what she has. So, Izuku quickly leaves after all his scouting and heads back to the Night Eye agency. But this time, he walks through the front door. The receptionist sees him and begins to freak out and is about to hit the alarm, but a shadow assassin grabs her hand. Izuku basically tells her to calm down and walks into the Night Eye office. Wait, you can't go? Never mind. Izuku walks in and Night Eye sees him. Oh, using the door now. What did you find out? Izuku walks over and shows him a picture of the base and shows him a picture of the little girl as well. My code, I can't kill him in front of the little girl. At least not from my perch. I can't. It's against the code. And I won't. So how about this? Let's have a little plan. Whatever team up that you heroes like saying. You team up with me, I'll team up with you. We invade the Shiha Zaikai base and we defeat Overhaul. How does that sound? Mirio, who's in the room, says that they can't do that. That he's a vigilante, a murderer, on borderline of villain. Izuku basically looks at him but doesn't say a word. Night Eye then tells Mirio to quiet down. You got a deal, Mr. Assassin. But what should I call you? Just call me Midoriya. Doesn't matter if you know my name. How about we create a little plan? You can get as many hero buddies as you want. It won't matter. No one in there will be able to stop me. And this kid right here, make sure he's here too. We need him on the team. Izuku goes to leave and Night Eye smirks and asks why he wants Mirio. I can tell the boy's strong. And it seems like he's holding back still. It's interesting. Why are you calling me a boy? You look younger than me. But I've definitely gone through a lot more years than you. Izuku then disappears, and he begins waiting for Night Eye to give him the signal that it's time to invade. A couple days pass, and finally the entirety of this hero agency and another hero agency arrive at the Shihazaikai base, and Night Eye gives the signal. Izuku jumps down, and all the heroes are shocked by this, and some of the police force say that this wasn't part of the plan. Night Eye tells them that it has to be part of the plan, that if they want to defeat this guy, they need the assassin, and if you got a problem with that, then take it up with him if you can catch him. Izuku nods and tells him that he'll play nice. He won't even kill if that's what if they want, but he will make sure that Overhaul is defeated. That's all that matters to him, the safety of that child. They all get ready to invade as the police force begins reading out the rights to basically enter the base. Once he's done, they all charge in, searching through an elaborate maze of concrete. They're now in the deep core of the base, where Overhaul is lurking and where a young child is in trouble. And that is a wrap for this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed What If Deku Was an Assassin Part 3. If you did, make sure to leave a like, sub, all that good stuff. And I think next part will be the last part, unfortunately. I'll probably do a Trained by Kakashi first, and then I'll do the Assassin last episode. This series was a little shorter. Obviously, when I do vigilante stuff, it's kind of hard to string out a bunch of episodes when I'm not going by canon and there's not already a set in stone number of events that like I need to go by. So next episode will be the last episode. So I hope you enjoyed this series. Make sure to blow it up, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Just have an amazing day, guys. Later.